Hi, hello everyone! Welcome back with me, Allifka Fitriani. So today, I will tell you a fairy tale story. Can anyone guess what the title is? Yes, exactly! Today is The Sleeping Beauty. So, without wasting any time, let the story begin. A king and a queen live in the south country where the sun always shone. They both lived happily and tenderly. However, they were lonely because they were not blessed with a child for a long time. "Please, grant us a beautiful daughter," the king and queen prayed with all their heart. At last, the long-awaited princess was born. The king was overjoyed and decided to have the celebration party. "Prepare the golden plates and invite the fairies." There were 8 fairies in the south country, but the king and the queen only invited 7 fairies to fit the number of the golden plates. At the day of the celebration, the fairies came one after another. The fairies carried the princess' head with her blessing wands, saying, "The princess will grow up, shining like the sun." The princess' voice will be soft as the moon. The princess will have wisdom as brilliant as the star. Just as the 6 fairies finished giving her blessing, a voice came out from nowhere. "Huh? How dare you! You have this celebration party without inviting me!" The 80 fairies, the furious fairy who didn't get an invitation, appeared. The furious fairy cast a curse magic on the princess. "When the princess is 16 years old, she will die of being pierced by spinning wheel needle." Although it was a terrible curse, luckily the 7 fairies' blessing still remained. Even pierced by the needles of the spinning wheel, the princess will not die. She will just fall asleep 100 years later. A prince will come to save her. From that accident, the king burned every spinning wheel on the country. Time goes by, and the princess was now 16 years old. The princess, who always curious, found a step staircase in the castle. "Huh? What's up there?" The princess climbed the stairs and opened the door. At the end of the stairs, in that room, there was a familiar grandmother spinning a spinning wheel. "Huh? Grandma, what is this? It seems to be fun."
Want me to teach you how to use it?
The truth is, that grandmother is a fierce fairy. The princess was eventually pierced by the needles of the spinning wheel. "Ah!" The princess cried out and fainted. As soon as the princess fell into a deep sleep, the whole castle fell asleep too. The 7 fairies cast the final spell. Sleep well, until the princesses woke up by a kiss from the brave prince. The sun that was shining on the castle vanished, and the castle was covered with the thorny branches. Time passed, and before we knew, 100 years had passed. The prince from the neighbor country, who heard the rumors about the story of the sleeping princess, had arrived in the front of the castle. "I must save the princess!" As the prince made his bow, the thorny brush burst into flowers and opened up to make a way. In front of the castle, there was a terrifying dragon spitting a fire. "Evil dragon, get off my way!" The prince shouted loudly as he raised his shield. Then the fire turned into engulfed the dragon. The prince opened the castle door and made his way with all his might. He ran past all the sleeping people in the garden, up the stairs to the room at the top of the castle, and finally, he arrived in the front of the princess. "I love you, princess." As soon as the princess kissed her, the princess slowly opened her eyes. Opening her eyes again after 100 years, the prince embraced the prince with a radiant smile. The castle regained its light in the morning sun. Oh, I sleep so well. Everyone stretched, waking up from their long sleep. The prince was finally married to the princess. The two got married with the blessing of everyone and the fairies, and they lived happily ever after. The end. Wow, the story was really interesting, right, everyone? So, the moral of the story is the power of true love can conquer all the challenge. So, that's the story for today. I'm Allifka and say thank you and have a nice day.